So, Brian, we're a few weeks now after the end of the award process, and you're obviously successful. Our winner at the gala award dinner. Well done, fantastic. So, I just wanted to ask your reflections on the process and how you feel about being our winner of the MBA Rising Star Award.
So yeah, thanks very much, Ian. It was a great night at Northumberland Avenue. My tuxedo's freshly pressed and in the cupboard for the next event. Really proud of winning the award. The process was challenging but fun. So it was my line manager at PX Limited that nominated me for the award. Wrote a very glowing recommendation. Yeah. And then we had our interview, which was fun, very entertaining between the three guys, the three of us, but extremely tough, and that was reflected in the caliber of the other runners-up and third-place finishers. Extremely talented people. So the outlook for the industry is very promising, and I think the MBA program will be excellent with the kind of talent that was unearthed by the EIC Rising Star Award.
Yeah. Just maybe a bit of background about yourself, Brian. How did you get into the energy industry?
I always enjoyed STEM subjects. At school, always kind of picked science subjects, chemistry, physics especially, and enjoyed maths as well, weirdly. But yeah, very entertaining. I actually am from a little town about 30 miles north of Aberdeen. So the oil industry and the engineering industry was always kind of in my life, I would have said. So I chose to study chemical engineering at Edinburgh. Chemical engineering, really interesting subject that opens up lots of different avenues to study. I kind of started as a graduate working for a large oil company. And at that stage, I actually got a wee taster at London Business School for the MBA program. So that kind of started my journey towards wishing to pursue an MBA. So that was really good. So, and what I found is that you find inspiring leaders within the energy industry. It's a really innovative industry. It kind of allowing you to think laterally, to apply your kind of theoretical knowledge. That's what always appealed to me about joining the energy industry. So yeah, the energy industry, I think, has got some really inspiring leaders within it, and that ability to develop people to meet the challenges of a changing world, changing energy industry is what really appealed to me. So that kind of got me into the industry, and PX, the company that I'm working for just now, are a really innovative, small company that are really growing rapidly, taking on a kind of diverse number of challenges within the industry.
So Brian, congratulations again on winning the Rising Star Award. One of the things that you've now, you will be asked to do is also to talk to others around the energy industry, things like energy transition, but also just represent, if you like, EIC and RGU, if you like, as a bit of an ambassador. Yep. So how do you think is the best way for you to take that forward in terms of you will get asked more often now to talk about the industry and about the award?
So yes, Stuart, it's one of my passions really, is kind of developing people, and I think it starts really young. That studying STEM subjects at school was one of that things. So I've been involved in some school visits to promote kind of STEM subjects and trying to get an uptake in the people studying STEM subjects. And I think the opportunity that we've got with the energy transition and what's happening is an opportunity for people. It's an opportunity to use some different thinking, some different approaches, and that leaders may come from different places than the traditional kind of route of leaders within the industry. So I think a positivity around the energy industry as well. Sometimes we can suffer from being a little bit negative. So I think that positivity to try and attract the best people in the industry is important, because if we are not attracting the best people, then the industry is going to stop developing at the pace that it's developed in the past, when it may have been the most attractive industry to come into. So I think we really need to get that message out there that the energy industry is the place that the best caliber graduates and people want to be joining.
Great. And part of that, and I think we all agree with that, of course, is the challenges that the industry faces now across the UK and actually across the world, of course, which is as fast as possible becoming a net zero carbon world. And of course, that starts here in Scotland as well. So energy transition is the name of the game.
Yep.
Have you got any thoughts on energy transition, and particularly how talent, future leaders and existing leaders should be driving that to become a priority for us all as soon as possible?
Yeah, I think that has to be one of the most pressing issues of today, that we are, as an industry, driving that change. So we're not being static and just doing what we've done in the past. I think we really need to be thinking innovatively. So it's looking at options for even reusing existing infrastructure. So in the offshore industry, we've got lots of infrastructure there that could be reutilized. So that's maybe gas to wire options or gas to hydrogen options. So there's lots of opportunities, and I think that's the main thing, that we think of the transition as an opportunity, because there's a lot of chances for people to think differently and to really inspire the next generation to kind of use those technological advances and real leadership not just at a local level but at a national level to really drive through the kind of goals of getting to net zero.
So you're just about to embark on the MBA program, which is 3 years part-time. What are your biggest hopes for the next 3 years in terms of that process?
I think the cohort that will be on the RGU MBA, the diversity of that, I think as much as the courses we're going to study, it's the people that you meet as well. That I think it's not just what you learn in the classroom, it's the contacts you make and what you develop bouncing ideas off of people. Because I think that can be sometimes the most kind of the most advantageous, where people are just bouncing ideas off of each other, a kind of passionate group of people. So, and I'm thinking I really also want to learn and develop my leadership qualities and that kind of strategic thinking, so that I can develop into a kind of energy ambassador. So I think taking my passion for the subject in the area and taking the learnings from the MBA will be a really good mixture. So
I'm really pleased to hear you say that, because a central part of the course, of course, is our Leadership Week event, where we bring together students from all across the world, other industries as well, not just the oil and gas industry. They come to Aberdeen for 9 days for this fantastic program of activities and industry speakers. But I think it's really important that you picked up on that sort of shared cohort experience. Yeah. And the value of learning from each other, sharing the experiences of the challenges of management, but also the opportunity to reflect as well on your practice and bring the elements from the course into your management practice as you go throughout your career. So we're really looking forward to welcome you into that community. We're looking forward to working with you on the course.